These civil servants now had all the knowledge of the kings and priests.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final Black Rocket stream of the day. Today we have another exciting SEMBLY match coming at you with competitors from Community College of Baltimore County's Nico against Bergen County Community College's Hunter. They will be playing SEMBLY in a 3-gem race match here, and in just a second we're going to be loading in. But of course, if you're watching here live with us on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow at twitch.tv/BlackRocketLLC. And if you're catching us on our highlight channel over on YouTube, make sure to subscribe there at youtube.com/BRPClips. And last but not least, as always, thank you so much to our sponsor, Simply PHP. For all of your custom web-based programming needs, choose Simply PHP. Alrighty, so now we have our second SEMBLY game of the day today. Are you hoping to see anything different from earlier?
Yes, I'm hoping to see more strategy and less of too much blocking of the gems. Let's see how they can create their own path and get around and actually grab some of these gems as fast as they can.
Awesome, very cool, and I'm definitely excited to see some different map usage maybe. Hopefully we can see some sidewalk hustle or some pipe jungle, something in there. Anything really, as long as it's not Toxic Night. And I know that when I say that, it's going to cause only bad things to happen, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am very much so a fan of Sidewalk Hustle. I love that it brings something different to the verticality that is most of SEMBLY's gameplay.
Looks like we're in our draft phase right now.
Alright, here we are. The players are in the draft, and we are going to quickly see what these players are choosing. And it looks like the players are both taking their time, choosing their items wisely. Nico is in the blue and Hunter is in the red, so we're going to be seeing Nico immediately picking the lock block and the one-way block, and Hunter retaliating with the disappearing blocks and the two-way cannon. Alright, so now we're going to be seeing actually some more interesting obstacle placement, especially with those launchers that we see over in Nico's inventory. We've mentioned many times before that the launchers are a really great item, especially for movement. And in a place like Sidewalk Hustle, where the map is more horizontal than it is vertical, we could see some awesome gameplay.
It surprises me they chose the launcher and did not decide to also combo that with the springboard. Try to get that Sonic the Hedgehog-like appeal going on over there.
Right, absolutely. So we're going to be hopping right into Toxic Night here, unfortunately, but that is a-okay, because this, again, is another great map for the launchers. This map definitely is difficult to get up to that upper echelon of where these gems are, and using those launchers, you can definitely create different strategies and different ways of maneuvering up there. Alright, so right from the start here, we see some one-way blocks leading into this one gem spawn here. It looks like if you're going to be going for that gem, it's going to also cost you a restart at the same time.
Restarts could be to your advantage, though, so that could be a good thing if you use it correctly.
Absolutely. So both players pretty much spreading out their traps pretty averagely right now. We see a Crusher in the top left corner waiting out that one gem. It's going to be really tough because there's only really one block of difference, so if you don't grab that gem immediately, you're going to be suffering another restart.
Unless you can get on top of the Crusher, get underneath really quick, grab the gem, and bolt out of there.
Right. So now we're seeing some lock blocks, interestingly, and the key right now is next to that gem in the one-way location, and just as I say that, things change. So now we're looking up towards the top here. We see some two-way cannons being placed around. We saw a lot of these earlier in really interesting spots that not only were blocking gems, but also blocking the routes of the other player.
It looks like we got both the vertical and the horizontal push over here. It's going to be tough if someone gets stuck in that middle platform right over there.
Right, definitely. Now we're seeing some flamethrowers spread out across the top just to make the gems that spawn up there much more dangerous to attempt to get. We see some lock blocks off to the right here, once again looking for that key in that sectioned off area, that one-way area. And now, with 3 seconds left to go, both players using a good amount of their memory, but certainly not all of it. We will see how these players decide to traverse their own traps. Alright. So immediately joining in here, we see both players off to the races. Immediately, Nico's going to get caught by one of those traps. Hunter's going to be dodging those crushers very nicely. Going to get taken out by that two-way cannon. We're going to see the first gem is placed all the way over here where these lock blocks are. Are we going to see a hammer? And we are.
Oh,
very nice. Immediately one, now two gems, three gems for Hunter. What is the RNG right now? The next gem spawning all the way up in the top left.
Can he get the fourth?
Will Nico be able to get there before Hunter does? Gonna have to wait out the flamethrower. Gonna see the crusher
and
here,
he gets
and that is going to be a quick 4-0 sweep for Hunter. Absolutely incredible. Give us just 30 seconds and we'll be back in the game with the next match. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back now waiting for the drafting phase to load, and that was absolutely the fastest game of Assembly I have ever seen with my own two eyes.
Well played. That was incredible at this moment in time. Let's see if you can take the win.
Alright, so I definitely think it's going to be interesting for Nico to come back into this game. I think a lot of it had to do with the random gem spawns for Hunter. I think that a lot of that was RNG, but also a lot of it was pre-planning and stuff like that. So we're now in the drafting phase here, waiting for our players to choose their items, and we're going to see what kind of maps are selected this time. Once again, Hunter is up 4 gems to nothing right now, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Nico adapts his gameplay to take the next one for himself.
Looks like we got some spikes in this match. That should be interesting. Got some flying bat enemies again. Flamethrowers.
Alright, I definitely like this a lot. Seeing the sticky ones as well. We're going to be seeing... now, I believe this is Power Plant, so this map is definitely going to be way more interesting than some of the stuff that we've seen already. So immediately, the players are going to have the ability to place a block right outside of spawn, and also, they're going to have a lot more room to work with rather than just relying on the small ground platforms that Toxic Knight features.
Definitely, and it's great to see a different map for once. Looks like we have a one of those little cannons that they can blast themselves out of. I'm seeing some hidden spikes over here on the map as well. Yeah, got some variety. There's some bats over there.
Right, so immediately from Nico, we are seeing some one-way blocks and some hidden spikes up in the corners here. I like those a lot. From the side of Hunter, we're going to be seeing some switch blocks and then some disappearing blocks, as well as the first instance of the second instance of a launcher. Now, they need to be careful if they use this launcher, though, because if you get caught in one of these sticky blocks, all of that momentum that you just took out of the launcher is going to get halted. Alright, seeing another launcher off to the side here. More bat enemies, a nice vacuum placement as well. Definitely going to be tough to get to that gem, especially if you get caught over on the left side. You'll be dragged right in, and the only choice you have is to jump and then get sent back to the start. Now seeing some lock block placement from Nico. I like this a lot, especially if he can find a nice hidden spot for that key, which it looks like is going to be up in the top right. Alright, oh, looks like we're immediately losing our block structure here. I think Nico may have accidentally taken away the key, which I do believe despawns all of the lock blocks.
And he just replaced it.
Very nice, very nice. Of course, we have 10 seconds to go here. Neither player really using up too much of their memory, except for the lock block placement from Nico and the launchers from Hunter, really. Alright, at the end, we see Hunter scattering a couple extra sticky blocks here and there. We're going to see how these players have maneuvered their level in their minds. Alright, so hopping into this immediately, we're going to be getting away with these disappearing blocks. Let's take a look. The first gem is going to be immediately right there. Hunter's going to get a quick snag on that one. But Nico is definitely looking for the next gem, and unfortunately, it's going to be back towards the start. He is just continuing on in level, might be a little bit unaware of where the next gem is. Looks like it might be a little bit tough for Hunter to get up to that gem, but he's definitely going to get there, and we are going to get another gem grab from Hunter. Very, very nice. Let's see where the next gem spawns. Looks like it's going to be in the top left. really going to be no way, unfortunately, for
Jackson hits
Nico
the
to get up there.
spikes.
Once again, we mentioned those invisible spikes being definitely troublesome. Nico going to get sent back to the start again from the spikes, experiencing Quake now, which really doesn't look like it stopped the players at all. Where is the next gem? It is all the way up in the top right next to Nico's key.
At this point, they could get both the key and the gem, quite possibly.
Right? We are going to see exactly that right there. The next gem is going to spawn somewhat towards the middle of the map.
It's right next to the launcher.
Using the launcher, and Hunter is going to quickly grab that gem for a 8-2-1 lead. That is going to be the win for Hunter. However, of course, we are always going to finish out these games with the third match. So in just a few seconds, we'll be back to see how Nico can try to pull one more victory away from Hunter. Alright, we are back once again in the final draft phase of this epic SEMBLY match. Both of these players have won their classroom tournaments, so they are the cream of the crop of their group of friends. And now we are going to see how this final match plays out. Even though Hunter has definitely taken the win, we are interested to see how Nico can adapt and make plays against Hunter. Now immediately we're going to see a stage selected rat maze from Nico. Very nice. We see the spikes come out from both players as well as the one-way blocks. With only 10 seconds to go, we'll be seeing the last few items coming out here. We see the vacuum, we see the crusher.
Looks like they decided to go with the aliens as well.
I like the robot enemy alien as well. And we are going to see how these players are able to traverse Rat Maze. Now, Rat Maze is notoriously one of those huge, winding, confusing maps. However, in the opportunity that you choose to go around the map, you are definitely going to be forced to go all the way around the map. This, however, creates a lot of nice opportunities for, like we see up in the corner here with these one-way blocks. If you opt to go in for a gem, you are forced to restart and then start all the way back at spawn to get to the next gem.
We also have lockboxes right at the beginning of the level over there, if you look carefully. But then the key is all the way up, almost on the other side of the level in the yellow section. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. But then yet there's even more blocks in the yellow section as well. We'll see how that's going to work out.
Right, I think getting that key, the strategy right now actually would be to just go straight up and go all the way around until you reach the orange area. I'm thinking that that is probably the only strategy as of right now. Of course, if you see one of these gem spawns here in the green area, you're going to be forced to go in, grab that gem, and then forced to reset unless you get caught by those spikes, which are expertly hidden between and behind props.
Yes, that can be a bit tricky. You could either get the gem, or you may hit the spikes before you try to get the gem, depending on how you approach that.
Right. Alright. So next up here, it looks like we're seeing some vacuum placement up in the red area here. We're seeing that Hunter opted to place one of these robot enemies, while Nico decided that, hey, this robot enemy is going to be a little much. Let's block some in. Oh, now we're seeing another gem location blocked off by a one-way and two invisible blocks, making that a little bit more difficult to get to at first glance. We're seeing some moving blocks in the bottom right corner. I like that. Definitely going to make the wall jumping a lot more difficult. And we'll see how these players decide to traverse their levels this time. Alright, here we go. Loading in right now. Play begins in 3, 2, 1. Our final match of SEMBLY begins here on Rat Maze. And we're going to see how these players are able to traverse. Some really nice wall jumping from both Nico and Hunter. They are neck and neck right now. Nico with the slight lead, though. Going to see... Oh, unfortunately, Hunter going to get caught, and it looks like Nico is going to be getting pretty close to this gem right now, but he's going to have to find a way in. The way in is definitely not going to be an easy one. He's going to have to loop all the way around. Watch out for this robot enemy. Oh, and it looks like the gem immediately moved on us. The gem is now in the green area behind a set of one-way blocks as well as a set of spikes. And now we're going to be seeing Rotate. Rotate, going to be sending Nico back to the beginning. Also, I think Hunter fell off the side as well there. We're going to see where these players are now. was Hunter. Hunter actually was able to save himself by that purple area. Going to be doing a nice wall jump and going to be grabbing that gem, but unfortunately going to get sent back to the start.
The key is he got the gem.
Right, the key is that he got the gem. However, the key has not yet been obtained by either player, and neither of them are going to be able to take the shortcut to this next gem. Alright, so maybe we're going to be seeing Hunter using one of his hammers here, taking away the defenses. Oh, and he's going to get sent back to the start because he didn't realize that the spikes were there. Now experiencing far out. Nico going to be going for the top side. The gem has now moved and is now in a totally almost unprotected location in the middle of the map. Hunter looking like he is the next closest one. He now has 2 gems to Nico's none at the moment. The next gem is all the way up at the top in the red area. I definitely like Hunter's approach here, going all the way over top. Is he going to be able to beat Nico there? Oh, nice wall jumping skills, but unfortunately Hunter will be grabbing that one again. And it looks like that will be the end of the game. Hunter ending it off with 11 gems to 1 against Nico. A very nice round assembly. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. All of you guys in the classroom, all of you guys in Twitch chat, all of you guys watching our highlights. Thank you. You guys are the people who made this possible, and it really warms my heart to know that you guys are enjoying it alongside us. So once again, if you're watching here live with us on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow at twitch.tv/BlackRocketLLC. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BRPClips. And last but not least, as always, thank you so much to our sponsor, Simply PHP. For all of your custom web-based programming needs, choose Simply PHP. Dave, you got anything else for us?
And folks, do not forget our weekend tournaments that are going to be taking place for SEMBLY. Take care and have a great one.
See you next time.